Hi everyone, it's Emma from Misfit Gardening, and we've had a bumper crop of peaches this year, and I've actually got a laundry basket full right here. We had two of these from our one little tree, and we've already been, we gave loads to our friends who helped pick the tree, and my husband's been canning some today because he's been off work. I've just got home from work and I'm going to show you how to make peach wine with them. So stay tuned and brew with me. Alrighty, first thing is first, you are going to need to sanitize a fermentation vessel. I've got this is actually a bottling bucket. See, I got this one from Northern Brew. I've had this for some time. It doesn't need a spigot on the end. This is just what I happen to have handy. So I've gone ahead and sanitized this. I use Star San to sanitize my brewing equipment because you don't need to rinse it. I like to. It's always best practice to rinse out chemicals and things, but if you're in a pinch, you don't need to rinse it. And this is what Star San looks like, so I've already gone ahead and done that. The next thing that I'm going to need is 2 pounds of peaches. I'm just going to move the bucket out of the way. I'm going to be needing that shortly. Make sure your balance is 0. You don't want to be counting the weight of the container. Now, I've got quite a lot of peaches. I'm picking ones that are free from like overly soft spots, bruising, those kind of things, because we don't want to impart any, off flavors. Okay, that's 2 pounds right there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 peaches. And this recipe is going to make about 1 gallon of wine. Luckily, I've got a couple of different recipes that I'm going to be showing you. This is just a straight up peach wine. In another video, I'm going to be showing you how to make peach melomel, which is a mead with peach. So I've got my peaches. I'm going to wash these. I want to try and get off some of this fuzz as well, so I'm going to take these over to the sink and give them a wash. So join me in a minute. So the next thing that you're going to need to do is to chop your peaches, remove the stone and any kind of dodgy looking bits. So the easiest way to do is just to kind of have a sharp knife to start with, but kind of run it around the stone and then twist and it opens up. Chop off any kind of dodgy looking bits. They can go in the compost heap, no problem. If you have any like really good peaches that look nice, taste nice, if you have a sneaky little taste, go ahead and save the pits from those so you can try growing it. Now I'm trying to chop these into relatively uniform pieces. The greater the smaller the pieces, the greater the surface area is going to be, and you're going to have plenty of flavour. I know some people freeze the peaches to be able to extract the most juice. Given the ginormous laundry basket full of peaches that I have that I need to get through and process this weekend, I'm going to be skipping that step. Plus they're pretty juicy anyway. A lot of people use a fine mesh bag or a cheesecloth bag to put this stuff in so they can squeeze out the juice without any of the bits. I have absolutely no idea where our hops bags and stuff have gone, so I'm not going to do that. We're going to be very old school. So I'm not going to make you watch me chop all of these, because that's going to make for one super boring video. So join me in a little bit. Alright, so now the peaches are chopped, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm putting them into this bucket. Oops. And I'm going to add the juice in there for good measure. Oops. I'll adjust the camera in a minute so you guys can see inside. Alright, now you guys can see inside. So you can see I've got all the chopped peaches in here. And the next thing I'm going to add is 4.5 cups of granulated or white sugar. Just the ordinary table sugar, not the confectioner's sugar. I mean, you can, it'll up the alcohol content, but you can end up with having yeast that's a little overactive, and if it has too much sugar in one go, you know, you can rapidly increase the alcohol level before the yeast really becomes established, and you can end up killing off your yeast. So use the granulated table sugar. Alright, so now the sugar's in here, what do we do next? Well, the next thing is 12 cups of boiling hot water. If you have a pan available, I really recommend boiling it all at once. Currently, all my saucepans are being used for canning by my husband, so I don't have that option. So I'm doing it old school with the kettle. It's going to take me a couple of boils, probably about three maybe 4, to get enough cups of water. If you have a spigot on your bucket, make sure it is switched off. You don't want to have the sugary water all running out onto the floor. Not that I've done that before. You are going to be stirring this up because you want to make sure the sugar's dissolved, and then you're going to be leaving this for 24 hours for all those lovely flavors and fragrances to extract out of the fruit that you're using. And you don't want to cover this to block off any oxygen. You want to cover it to block off any you know, debris falling in here, but you know, stopping air and stuff isn't a bad thing. We're going to be adding a Camden tablet tomorrow, or after 24 hours, to kill off any wild yeasts or anything that may have started growing in the container. And that is normal, it does happen. Even if you know, wash the fruit and everything, you are going to get wild yeast because they're naturally in the air. But a Camden tablet will help kill all that off. So your yeast that you're going to be pitching has got a nice clean slate to be able to grow. Winemaking is different from beer making. In beer making, you want to block the oxygen right at the start, whereas in winemaking, you actually want oxygen at the beginning. And typically most wine recipes will have you stirring daily for 3-4 days, and they will want like a light covering, like a piece of cloth or a tea towel over the container to allow the yeast to get some oxygen. And then on the second fermentation, that's where you block the oxygen and we'll start building up the ethanol. So sounds like my kettle is about to boil, and you know, I'm not going to make you wait for me to have all the water ready. Just know that you're going to add the water and stir it to dissolve all the sugar, and then you're going to leave it for 24 hours. So join me for my next video and see how I'm brewing peach wine. Till next time, I'm Emma from Misfit Gardening. Bye bye.